Happy Sunday, my lovely YouTubians. Today is April. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Today is April the 20th, 420. But I don't smoke yet. But happy Sunday. Hope everyone is blessed. Okay, this is the update on dealing with my rental assistance. The problems I had with the landlord down here in Mississippi. The prejudice stuff that's going on. Okay. Remind you, the ceiling, the roof is still not fixed. It's still leaking. Okay. And they turned off my cameras the last time they was here. Okay. And I had this month when I paid my rent. Y'all, I forgot to get the money order. I shouldn't have been late because I'm knowing since I'm putting smoke under her by telling her that my roof is leaking, she gonna try to find some kind of way, and I don't bow down to her. She's gonna try to find some kind of way of evicting me. I said that, and I knew that because I want to let her run over me. Tell me how come. Okay, my rent. I was 1 day late on my rent, and I know how much they charge for late fees. Okay. By me being 1 day late, my rent is due on the 10th or before. Well, it's due on the 1st, but you have to have your money order dated on the 10th or before the 10th. So I ended up dating it for the 11th, getting the money order on the 11th. Okay. How is there any way they can charge me a late fee plus give me an infraction? Whatever you call it, infraction. She picking with me. She trying to find some ways of getting me out. Okay, I was late once before. I've been here 2 years. I was late once before, but she never gave me an infraction or anything because I wasn't picking with her. I was new here. Okay, I'm hardly ever late on my rent. Hardly ever. But this month, she gave me a notice of infraction. And on the 15th, and she wrote at the bottom, she had put continuously. No, ain't no continuously. Late paying rent. Like I said, only once before that I was late on my rent because someone had stole my card out of the mailbox. Okay, so she understood that. I guess she didn't give me no infraction. But now that I'm putting heat under her butt, now she's finding a way to try to get me, I guess, kicked out or whatever. It's crazy. It is crazy. And the money order already came to her with the late fees and everything on it. So I have like $1 and something credit, $1 credit because I paid over. I want to make sure I paid over. See where it say? $1.90 credit, and you still gonna write me an infraction. That's crazy. Yes, and I just don't understand. My plan is to get up out of here and move out of here because it's one thing after another. First it was, and all of this started because of me complaining about fixing certain stuff and complaining about certain stuff that need to be fixed and worked on. Like I said, I'm not trying to, this is just what I'm thinking. So it's not concrete. Okay? So many people is complaining around here about you overcharging them rent. Okay? They every month, these apartments give you a grant to fix things around here. So you got, I guess he's your cousin or whatever, fixing on stuff instead of calling a real person to fix certain stuff, and it's not being fixed and it's not being done. Now that I've caused heat under you and to make you fix stuff. Now y'all trying to, whoever, the black lady in the office with you, she see that you're constantly harassing people around here, other people. I've seen so many black people being kicked out and thrown out of here because of stuff she said. I am not the one. I'm going to put up a fight. You're not going to treat me any kind of way. I am not originally from Mississippi, so she don't like that. I bring her smoke and she don't like it, and she talks smart. This woman is 80 something years old and she's prejudiced and she got a mouth on her. And I have literally just got to arguing. When I first needed a place to live and I moved in here, I went to this lady every time I was sleeping in my vehicle. I went to this lady and I cried to her and I told her, I said, ma'am, I said, I really need a place to live like that. Well, I can't give you nothing I don't have. Right now, only thing I can do is tell you and to put in an application and maybe we might get something to come up. That was understandable. I still was quiet about it. I could still tell the way she acted though, but I pushed it off. I brushed it off. I'm at the age now to where I'm not gonna throw any drama unless you bring that drama full force to me and I notice it directly, completely. So, okay. And 2 weeks passed, 3 weeks passed, and I decided I would go. I heard that it was an apartment available that she had kicked somebody out. So I came back over here and as soon as I walked in, she was like, can I help you? I said, yes. I said, I'm calling to check on my application to see if you have anything available. Did I call you? I said, no, ma'am, you didn't call me. Well, I don't need you to just keep popping up because if I haven't called you, that means we don't have anything available. And I dropped my head. And I'm like, the attitude that she had with it was real. It wasn't. It was bad. It was bad. And it just, my energy just didn't vibe with it. And I dropped my head and I was already emotional crying because it's no need. It ain't no way that you so cold hearted to where you have to just talk to individuals like that. It's irrelevant, So I dropped my head. I said, ma'am, why are you so cold hearted? I don't know what you're talking about, such and such. But you speak about God so fluently. Like I said, I started getting smart at the mouth. Then tell me the God that you serve so I won't serve. Because carrying around the spirit that you got, baby, ain't no way that you know the God I know. And she was like, well, I have other work to do. I have stuff to do. And I will call you if I get anything. So I just picked my stuff up and I just walked on out the office. I walked out of her office, okay? And I don't know, like I said, I prayed about it. I prayed about the situation. When I walked out, I prayed about it. And tell me how come within a week and a half, she called me for the apartment. And I know it wasn't nobody but God that laid it on her heart and on her to help me. But baby, it's been it's been a struggle here. It's been a struggle here. And the white tenant that she had have stay down on the end, she's kind of like on drugs or whatever, and she went to telling all her business and this, that, and other. I guess because she's not a snitch for her anymore. She want her to be a snitch for people over here that's doing wrong, that got people staying with them, that's doing, or what's going on over here. And now that she's not a snitch for them anymore, she's telling all her business and she's don't like her no more, But before then, she was cool with her. She the one told us that, she said something about, us, other color. She said something about us. So, it come from this source's mouth. So that's how I already knew. I already interpret that anyway when I sat down and I talked to her. So, like I said, but I'm gonna stop rambling. Back to the situation. Okay. After the incident dealing with him unplugging my cameras and stuff like that, I haven't said anything to him. Now she's at the point now to where she's trying to find a reason to get me put out. And I know, she started writing in fragments and stuff like that. I just want to record this, and I'm going to find me a lawyer. Today is Sunday, so Monday I'm going to get on it and get started and find me a lawyer and contacting people, because she's giving me problems. Even with my car, my daddy had passed. He left me a car, and she told me, she said, you got a week to have that car running. You got a week to have that car running. If you don't, I'm gonna have it pulled. Okay? It's a man over here. It's a white man over here, which is the maintenance man, best friend. He got a truck that's been sitting here for 2 months. It's not running. It's not moving. Just because I questioned her about that, I said, what about this man's truck right here is not running? I said, if his ain't running, the mine ain't running. Did you give him the same letter or touch him the same conversation that you're giving me? No, because his truck is running. Okay. This lady